There goes the wife. And the Maverick changed it up. That truck's just so cool. That truck right now is a 440-mile range. For my wife, she'd go the whole week, go 5 days to work, and I have to fill everything up. Stop it. There she goes. The Maverick and the noisy dogs. I think she'll like it. Good Wednesday morning. Wow, just incredible that this is November. Beyond believable. It's just incredible weather up here. Hey, welcome to Ice Age TV, the morning conversations, and look at that electric car that sits there and looks pretty all day long, just sits there, right? Yeah, look at the change of season around us. And yeah, it figures. The gate, my wife left earlier. I just spent the whole last 30 minutes getting my wife changed up. No, get over here. So this is a problem. Oh my gosh, it just doesn't end. So the wife left and she by accident didn't get the gate to close, and that's just a whole nother adventure. And oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I changed her out of the Ranger truck into that Maverick truck where I put the cap on that. If you followed my channel yesterday, you saw that. I had the cap yesterday, and then I put the wiring harness in, and hopefully that helps other people get their Maverick set up as well. So now the fleet over here, Maverick and that Ranger. That Ranger truck, that little Tremor truck is so cool. Even though the Maverick truck really is bang for the buck for the most part, it's the better choice. And even I thought that would have been a lame statement, if you know what I mean. But I mean, I just love that the Mavericks, Rangers, that Ranger Tremor package is really nice. You know what's incredible? One of the guys, I totally forgot they're gonna have a Tremor Maverick. Oh my gosh, what does that mean? Yeah, okay, that means I'll probably have to buy one of those damn things. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot that they're gonna have a Tremor Maverick package. Come on, girl. Come on, there's the girl. See, I've been going this whole morning. Dogs have been revved up. Come on, girl. Let's go. Come on, Ginger. Let's go. Come on. See, I got a gate open over here, and all it takes is one people to run down the street, and the dog's gone. Come on. Let's go. What are you doing? Oh, the never-ending conversations, right? So, yes, what's today's conversation, right? I think it's going to be change. I think the conversation today is change. A-N-G-E, not like money, where you get change. I'm talking about what the heck is going on. Good Lord, is it still Halloween? Is it trick-or-treat time? I mean, man almighty. If you, come on, let's go, Ginger. The dogs, this morning, since I've been out of the garage, shop all day, this morning, the dog's been going nuts because they think I'm going to the shop. Well, I'm getting the wife all set up, so, oh my gosh, this doesn't end. So yeah, is it trick or treat? I mean, what is going on? More than ever, I mean, are we being tricked? Are we being treated? You hear this Diesel's talk? I mean, it's just beyond believable what we're even talking about right now. Why do I even want to talk? Oh my goodness gracious, up to the office. And the routine begins for the day. And the dogs, there you go. Same. Do they change it up? Rarely. So yeah, I got to thinking to myself this morning is, right? I mean, I thought to myself, wow, what is going on? Change. Yeah. Yeah, look at the dogs all set up and everything and get their morning routine. So for me, got to get my system thing going. It's wild out there. Yeah. Look what GT500 I had done up. A lot of Mopar stuff. So, yeah, I woke up this morning. I thought change. Wow. Huh. Wow. What a broad word that is. I mean, if anybody's following my channel, I'm a car nut, but at the same time, I just love talking about things without getting people too mad. And I'm sure some people watch my channel and they probably click it right off, which, whatever. I don't care. But I have people that follow it too that I really, I think, respect it and appreciate it. And that's why I do this, because I like to share my thoughts and views with others. like to have the roundtable conversations in somewhat ways. That's what the whole Twitter is your town square conversations, which, oh my gosh, talk about change. Is anybody following this possible fiasco? I mean, for Elon Musk, it's incredible. This is factual. Right now, Elon Musk, he's wanting to open up the gates to pretty much anybody who wants to be there can kind of be there. More of the, you don't know. It's like, I don't want to do political stuff because I don't care. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It just divides us. It's all about ideas. So don't attack each other. Attack the subject. I mean, that's something that's a huge challenge in forums and even on YouTube. Attack the subject. Don't attack the messenger. Don't attack the person. That's how you do things when we have our differences of opinion. So let's attack the subject. So what's the subject? Well, the subject is that Elon Musk bought up Twitter for many, many, many reasons, but one of the main messages is that it's a left-dominated gossip group. That's the way I would look at it. And he wants to let the right people talk too, because the claim is the right people get shut down. Okay, I've never been on Twitter. I'm not a Twitter person, but I think I may go over there because I'm really intrigued to see what is going on. So now I'm reading last night in the Wall Street Journal that the major advertising management companies, the companies that go after big sponsors to create ad content, they are going to all their big businesses, their partners that they negotiate deals with, and they're telling them, you might want to just abandon Twitter. Wow. I mean, so a marketing company, whether you realize it or not, there's major marketing companies that go out and negotiate deals for big advertising for big companies to get relationships and what the content is. And so what they're advising is they think this content's going to turn into Twitter. The word in the street is for the change. And this is what I'm talking about this morning. It's change. It's change, right? Well, the change is really making a lot of people on the left very mad, very upset, and to the point many are leaving. And now I just told you, major advertising companies are saying, hey, you may want to abandon Twitter because it's going to become the hate machine gossip location, the social media hate machine. That's what they think is going to happen. I think people are really lost in what is going to happen. I think Musk has a much broader plan. If you watched my video yesterday, I talked about that. If you want to watch that, watch that. I'm not going to rehash that this morning. All right, so there's just one example of change. And I think to myself, wow, if humans operated like Mother Nature, wow, would we change much? Well, yeah, I mean, think this through. We have 4, seasons in most parts of the world and country. You have 4 seasons. You have the winter, spring, fall. Winter, spring, summer, fall. So, whole point is Mother Nature just automatically does that every year. Well, for us, we like to change things on our own, right? We like change. But the thing is, then we don't like change. Yeah, right now, the governing bodies want to change how you drive a vehicle, meaning you don't want it to have a gas or diesel engine. They want it to be a battery-powered engine, or battery-powered vehicle, I should say, battery-powered engine. I need some more coffee. I mean, I barely even had any coffee this morning. Yeah, listen to me, right? So, anyways, change. Change for the good, change for the bad. And now more than ever, everything's being ramped up. And I already talked about this, that prior to the elections, the ramping up of the unhappiness would be prevalent. And so you just have to scratch your head right now. What is going on with the diesel fuel? I totally think that this is misinformation. And I have not dug into the EIA information, the Petroleum Institute. I have not done any of that. I'm just going off my own gut instinct, which could be so wrong. My understanding is this sitting administration has been depleting the reserves of our fuel for this country to try to combat the rising prices of energy. My understanding is we're now down to 25 days of supply of reserve that should the dire straits of oil not ever be pumped again, ever again, we have 25 days of diesel fuel to run the country. That's my understanding. Were this 25 days from now, the country be out of diesel fuel, I think that's the wrong information. I don't know about, this is radical stuff. And what people aren't thinking about if this is factual, then I can already tell you that they would have to right now start rationing fuel today, yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, whatever it is. You'd have to start rationing fuel right now. And all the major infrastructure that relies on it the most would be protected from the private individuals. So I don't know. I have no idea. This is just crazy beyond crazy. I think it's misinformation. Yeah, change, right? Change. And if this isn't the case, and it really is going to be we're out of fuel in 25 days, then wow, we need to change the leadership of this country like right now. We need change right now. So let's go back to the car. I know people watch my channel and you get to watch me do my car stuff. And I like to include it because the cars revolve around everything that goes along with our life. So change. Here I'm down at the Ford dealership yesterday getting that cap from a Maverick. And I'm hearing now that the change electric vehicles happened already. The Ford Mach-E that I own, I've had 2 of them, I'm down to 1. Those cars are not really, you don't want to buy them. What? Wait a second. What? The GM sales, the general sales manager yesterday is telling me that the value of these Ford Mach-E's is tanking. That if you buy one of these things right now, you think you're going to get rid of it after you buy it, and you're going to be able to get your nice little bonus for driving for a while or get good money for it. Nope. What? What are you talking about? This Ford Mach-E just came out a year ago, and it was one of the most sought-after cars you've tried to get, and you're telling me now that market has gone soft? Wow. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if that's factual. What I do know is up there at Koons Baltimore Ford, where I buy all my cars and do things. I shouldn't say all my cars, but I buy a lot of vehicles. My Mach-E that I traded in for the Dodge Charger Hellcat Redeye is still sitting there. And I remember seeing other Mach-E's sit up there. When back in the good old days, that car would only sit in the lot maybe 1 day, 2 days. Now, and I know the values have gone down substantially. Wow, talk about change. What's going on? I mean, what is that? What is going on? We have still extremely high fuel prices. And now, so the F-150 truck, are those the same story? I don't know in that scenario. I'm not sure. Mine's being built supposedly this week. And maybe in a few weeks from now. Yeah, wow. Wow, talk about change. Last night I went to Ford's website because the 2023 Ford Super Duties are now available. Holy crow. The frickin' Ford heavy-duty series, like the F450, F350 trucks, they now can tow 40,000 pounds. If you buy you now have an option of a high-output diesel on that truck. It's 500 horsepower, 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. Wow. I tell you what, I built one last night. Do I push the button? Oh, my God. That's insane. Yeah, talk about change. Holy crow. Then I'm reading here that Stellantis is maybe going to offer 1,000 horsepower Hurricane, 6-cylinder motor. What is that all about? I mean, here's on one hand, Stellantis is telling everybody they're going to go fully electric on the muscle side. But here on the other hand, they're showing off a Hurricane 6-cylinder twin-turbo 1,000 horsepower motor. Oh, my gosh. Talk about change. It just doesn't... What is going on? More than ever in our society, the change is upon us. Yeah, I mean, change. You can just run down the list. If I think to myself right now, just back a few years ago, let's just go back to 2019, 2020. The change. Have you seen a drastic change? I mean, oh my gosh. All the houses went through a radical price increase. All the cars went through a radical price increase. All of your groceries went through to a radical price increase. The fuel's gone to a radical price. I mean, it just seems like the change more than ever in our lifetime in like, speed, quick, fast motion. What is, so, wow. So, yeah, and of course, here we are on the elections. Next week is elections. Do people want change? I mean, that's what I'm starting to wonder now. Do people want change? Are we going to change things? Or we're just so stubborn? It's like this morning, I changed out my wife from the Ford Ranger to the Ford Maverick. And she was kind of a little hesitant because she just kind of likes that Ford Ranger. And she even was kind of like, I don't know if I really like this Maverick. I'm like, well, I think you got to drive it and see if you like it or not. So it'll be interesting at the end of the day if she really likes that vehicle. Because she really loves that Ranger truck. That truck has like 6,000 miles on it. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. She actually drives, road trips. So she just loves that Ford Ranger Tremor truck. But the downside is it's kind of up in the air. So even for me, you gotta like jump into the truck. It's not that easy to get in on a truck. The Ford Maverick, oh my gosh. How much am I talking about the Ford Maverick? The whole point is I just changed my wife out of one vehicle to another. And why doesn't she drive the Mach-E? I don't know. She has that fear of the battery. Here's what I think goes on. Her car will show it has a 140-mile range. When she drives like 90 miles to work and back, 90 miles. My only guess is she's fearful if her boss says, oh, I need you to run up the road and go do this. She's going to be out of energy. And then she's have to find a charging station. She hasn't done any of that. So I think she's intimidated by that. And yeah, whatever. Yeah, there's a time to save for the Mach-E, go bye-bye. But now the problem is it doesn't really have the value. Yeah, so am I upside down on that thing right now? Yeah, I think I am. Because I paid premium price for it just freaking back in like February. Yeah, hey, how's that change happening, right? But what's going on with electric cars? I mean, I've heard Tesla. I heard there's tons of Teslas in the market right now. What is that all about? I have not researched that. What's the change on that side? Yeah, us humans change. We either like the change or we hate the change. That's why I brought up Twitter in the beginning conversations is it's obvious that there's a lot of people who are very unhappy with the change of Twitter. How Elon Musk pulls this off? One part of me says that's the $50 stock or whatever it's at. That's going to be worth $1,000 one day. Yeah, do you buy $5,000 worth of stock right now that goes to being worth $300,000, $500,000, $1 million? It's possible, but here's the thing. He's talking about the change for the Twitter is they want to maybe start charging people like $8.95 a month for you to be have full access to making videos and editing your stuff and content and getting access to more stuff. It's in the very early stages. So I don't know, but Elon Musk, I got to tell you what. And then I think to myself, wow, all the Tesla people, when he bought Twitter, are there a lot of non-liking Tesla people now? Elon Musk really revved up the green agenda. And now you have to ask yourself, the following, the cult, I call it the cult, that is following him and supporting him because it's a green agenda, basically movement with that vehicle. And are some people now really not happy with him because he's exposing that he's more right than left? If you understand what I'm saying on that, is that irking a lot of the green agenda people? Are they saying now, I don't want a Tesla. I'm getting rid of Tesla. I do not like Elon Musk anymore. I am abandoning him, period. I don't like him. He's a righty. Yeah, he's radical right. We're all fooled. I always say he's a magician. I said that from 12 years ago. This guy's a magician. He is. Hell of a magician. So yeah, the change. So is Elon Musk, Tesla? Is Tesla getting ready to go through a change of a loyal base? Is that going to play out? Wow. Just really interesting times. So the Twitter, to me, I'm intrigued by Twitter. Just because Elon Musk paid so much money for it, and I've been just trying to figure out what is he going to do with that platform. And I explained that yesterday. So yeah. So change. Here we are, November. Yeah, next week is the country wanting change. Next week, the voices will be heard, or will they not be heard? Or are people just so stubborn? Which sadly, I believe so many people are just so stubborn. They're not going to raise their hand and say, you know what? The change that I thought that I would get for this country on the last major election, it's not the change that I thought it would be. And I'm ready to change and try to make it better again by changing things. Or you're going to have people be like, nope, this is all world challenges, economic challenges, it's pandemic challenges. You can start making excuses all day long on why things aren't good. That is so easy in life. I could so many times raise my hand, so many times in my life, and told you all the excuses why I can't succeed in life. You just have no idea the path I've been down in my life, where I could it's too lengthy, too in-depth, and I'm just not going to go down that road. It's obvious that I didn't quit. If I quit, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel and all these freaking toys around me and all the other crazy things I do in my life. So the point is, change is upon us. Well, people raise their hand and realize that the change you made may have not been the better change. Can anybody, like, just wake up? Hello? Yeah. Leadership, we need leadership. I'm now saying we have spineless leaders. More than ever in our lifetime, we are around spineless leaders. It's beyond believable. It's beyond believable. Oh, there's a... Hey, there they go. Yeah, nobody's here, but they think somebody is here. Yeah. Do they want to change? Yeah, they want to change. They want to run outside. So anyways, just a real brief conversation this morning, trying to keep the YouTube channel... You know, I've said it a gazillion times, bringing content. But you know what cracks me up is like this morning, somehow, some guy, cool guy, he has a YouTube channel and he shares the information in the news. But to me, he just shows other news. You know, he shows other news programs on his channel to kind of then say, well, okay, well, what do you think of that? So he's a cool guy, don't get me wrong. I like the guy. He's a nice guy. But I'm just trying to see. He was the guy that intrigued me to talk a little about the diesel this morning, because he's talking about what's going on with this diesel. And he really didn't get into depth. I mean, he just kind of is following the general news, where you click on your TV or your internet and you see the general media news talking about this stuff. Where's the political leaders? Where's the big executives of companies that rely on this diesel fuel? Where's their voice? I'm not hearing that. So to me, it's misinformation. We're talking about 25 days of our own reserve supplies. You're telling me that the oil is not being pumped into these terminals anymore? If you're telling me that and that's factual, then yeah, we got a problem. But why wouldn't big business be raising their hand and alerting people what's going on and demand a change, and we start doing something differently? Yeah, right. Okay, we could argue with that all day long. Hey, the change, right? What's going on in the change of cars? I just told you, look at Ford. Ford is not changing in the immediate future of shutting down the power. They're still in the V8 engine for the Mustangs. They're still big time in the diesel trucks. So I just told you, 1,200 foot-pounds and 500 horsepower, the next 6.7 diesel Power Stroke, high output option. And they got the new, I think, 6.1 motor available. You got the 6.1 gas and the 7.3 Godzilla motor. I mean, so Ford on that side is not changing. They're continuing on the path just to have the most powerful fleet of trucks of anybody. That's what it sounds like to me. Because Ram doesn't control the Cummins. Cummins controls Ram. The Cummins motor is owned by a whole different company, and Ram just has to play to their tune. So Ram's not doing this. Ram's like at 850 foot-pounds of torque and like 375, horsepower. Yeah, but you can jack that up big time. Hey, what am I doing with that black truck? Where'd the black truck go? Do you remember the black truck? Does anyone remember the video of me taking a white F450 dually truck and trading it for a black Ram truck? Does anyone remember that? Yeah, where is it? But now the F450 truck that I traded, it's back. So the change that I made for my daughter that she felt like was a better decision, in the end, she kind of thinks that that wasn't the best change. Wow, right? All right, everybody. Hope everybody has a great bus day. Beautiful up here. Change conversations go infinite. But yeah, in the automotive industry, change is upon us. That's for sure. And when do the big voices speak up over the minority voices? What is going on? Yeah, I know the minority, they always kind of get their way, I guess. That's what I've been told. I talk about this to other people that are smarter than me, I guess. They're just telling me that, oh, man, yeah, it's the minorities ruled the world forever anyways. Right. Interesting. All right, everybody, have a great day, and stay tuned for more Ice Age adventures. What's next? Stay tuned.